मधु
सर, मधुरेंद्र न्यूज नेशन से। सर, भारतीय चुनाव के दौरान जिस तरह से देखा जा रहा है कि पाकिस्तान के नेता और खास तौर पे कई हैंडल्स जो हैं वो चुनाव को प्रभावित करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, और जिस तरह से माहौल खास तौर पे सोशल मीडिया के जरिए भारतीय चुनाव में इंटरफेरेंस का बनाया जा रहा है, उस पर आपका क्या राय है?
सर, मैं ब्रह्म प्रकाश दुबे हूँ, इंडिया डेली लाइफ से। मेरा सवाल यह है कि हाल ही में कुछ ऐसी तस्वीरें भी सामने आई हैं कि सियाचिन के पास जो है नजदीक चीन फिर से सड़कें बना रहा है। उसको लेकर क्या जानकारी है? क्या जो विवादित क्षेत्र है जो कब्जाया हुआ है, क्या उसमें सड़कें बना रहा है चीन? थैंक यू।
नीरज न्यूज एजेंसी से मधुरेंद्र जी के सवाल को ही आगे बढ़ा रहा हूँ। प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा है कि पाकिस्तान की तरफ से हस्तक्षेप किया जा रहा है, पाकिस्तान के नेता दुआ कर रहे थे कांग्रेस जीते। इस तरह का कोई संकेत आप लोग के पास भी है?
सिद्धांत।
Hi sir, Siddhant from Beyond. Sir, the USCIRF has released a report mentioned about India. We know the contents. If you can react on that. And secondly, we have also seen the police storming the university, the Columbia University, the students being pulled out. The visuals we all have seen. What do you have to say on that?
This is Ayush from MEA. Also, I would like to have your reaction on some reports by the Australian media claiming that there were Indian spies expelled for allegedly trying to steal secrets in 2020 about sensitive defense projects and Canberra-Street relationship. What is India's comment on such reports?
Okay. Do you have any more questions on this USCIRF report? So let me first attend to these questions and then we'll come back to more. मधु, आपका सवाल इलेक्शन को लेके है। जिस बात का आप जिक्र कर रहे हैं, मैंने कुछ इस प्रकार का अभी तक मेरे संज्ञान में नहीं आया है, तो एक बार मुझे इसका जो आपने बात कही उसके बारे में मैं थोड़ा देख लेता हूँ, उसके बाद मैं फिर आपका रिस्पॉन्स आपको दूंगा। दुबे जी, आपका सवाल सियाचिन के आसपास में जो गतिविधि चल रही है उसके बारे में था। तो शायद पिछले बार भी इस पर कुछ बातचीत हम लोग की हुई थी, शायद आप नहीं थे यहाँ पर। ये सक्षम माओवादी है, उसको लेकर है ये बात। सक्षमवादी जो है, सक्षम वैली, हम लोग मानते हैं कि ये हमारा क्षेत्र है। We have never accepted the so-called China-Pakistan boundary agreement of 1963, through which Pakistan unlawfully attempted to cede the area to China, and have consistently conveyed our rejection of the same. We have registered a protest with the Chinese side against illegal attempts to alter facts on the ground. We further reserve the right to take necessary measures to safeguard our interests. सक्षमवादी की जहाँ तक बात है, ये हमारा अपना, हम इसको अपना टेरिटरी मानते हैं, अपना क्षेत्र मानते हैं। हमने कभी ये स्वीकार नहीं किया है जो सो कॉल्ड तथाकथित पाकिस्तान चीन बाउंड्री जो एग्रीमेंट है 1963 का, उसको हम लोगों ने कभी नहीं माना है, जिसके जरिए, जिसको होकर, जिसके जरिए पाकिस्तान ने ये जो ज़मीन है, वहाँ की जो क्षेत्र है, उसको चीन के अधीन किया था। और हमने हमेशा इसका खंडन किया है। हमने अपना विरोध भी जारी किया है चीनी सरकार के साथ, चीनी साइड के साथ, कि आप जो ज़मीनी हकीकत है उसको बदलने की कोशिश ना करें। और हम हमेशा वी हैव द राइट टू रिजर्व, वी फर्दर रिजर्व द राइट टू टेक नेसेसरी मेजर्स। जो हमारा अपना मूल जो हमारी इंटरेस्ट है, उसको हम सेफगार्ड करने की हर कोशिश करेंगे। Siddhant, regarding question on USCIRF, the US that is United States Commission on International Religious Freedom. They had released their report 2024 yesterday. They have been releasing their reports earlier as well, in earlier years. The USCIRF is known as a biased organization with a political agenda. They continue to publish their propaganda on India masquerading as part of an annual report. We really have no expectation that USCIRF will even seek to understand India's diverse, pluralistic and democratic ethos. Their efforts to interfere in the largest electoral exercise in the world will never succeed. मैं इसको हिंदी में भी आप लोग के लिए रूपांतरित कर देता हूँ। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय धार्मिक स्वतंत्रता पर अमेरिकी आयोग यानी कि USCIRF को राजनीतिक एजेंडे वाले पक्षपाती संगठन के रूप में जाना जाता है। उन्होंने वार्षिक रिपोर्ट के हिस्से के रूप में भारत के बारे में अपना दुष्प्रचार प्रकाशित करना जारी रखा है। हमें वास्तव में ऐसी उम्मीद जरा भी नहीं है कि USCIRF भारत की वीरतापूर्ण, बहुलतावादी और लोकतांत्रिक मूल भावना को समझने की कोशिश भी करेगा। उनके द्वारा दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी चुनावी प्रक्रिया में हस्तक्षेप करने के लिए किए गए प्रयास कभी सफल नहीं होंगे। और शंकर जी, मैंने खासकर आपके लिए, क्योंकि आप कहते हैं कि हिंदी में जरा बताएं, इसलिए मैंने आपके लिए करके ले आया था। Issue regarding your question on the media reports in Australia. Look, we really don't have no comments to make on those reports. We see them as speculative reports, and we have no comments to make on them. So that is how we look at it. It's not our policy to do so on such matters.
On the Columbia University protest.
On Columbia University protest, Siddhant, we had already, in my last question at that time, we had made our views known to you. So I would refer you, if you could look at them. There were some questions regarding Indian students, etc. On that, so far no Indian students or their families have contacted us for any assistance in regard to disciplinary action which has been taken for their participation in the protest. But at the same time, we also want to say that we expect all our citizens at home and abroad to respect local laws and regulations. ये बयान, वो जो जिस बयान की आप जिक्र कर रहे हैं उसको मैंने ठीक से देखा नहीं है, लेकिन ये इलेक्शन का मामला है, तो एक बार मैं देखता हूँ आप क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं, फिर आपसे मैं वापस आपके वक्तव्य पे मैं आऊँगा। Yeshi?
This is Yeshi Saini from the New Indian Express. What's the update on the 16 Indian sailors who are stuck in the ship MS Aries off the coast of Iran? And also there are reports saying that the job racket, where people had applied for jobs in Bangkok and ended up being in Myanmar working for fake cyber cells. There are some reports which suggest that some people have reached out to MEA for help. Is there any update on that?
Good evening, Elena TASS News Agency. My first question is on context between India and my country in the framework of chairmanship of Russia in BRICS. So, what contacts are planned in the closest future? What can you tell us? And how maybe have these contacts activated in the framework of the chairmanship of Russia? And also last month there was information that 40 countries already applied for membership in BRICS. So do you have any information what are these countries, and what is India's approach towards the membership of these or that countries, which maybe you can name.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pia with the print. So my question pertains to suspended JDS leader Prajwal Revna, who is reportedly in Germany at the moment. Was he traveling on a diplomatic passport? And can you confirm if the MEA gave him political clearance for such travel?
No?
सर प्रणय उपाध्याय डी न्यूज से मेरा सवाल इसी से जुड़ा हुआ है कि प्रज्वल रेवन्ना के केस को लेकर कर्नाटक के सीएम सिद्धरामैया ने MEA को चिट्ठी लिखी है जिसमें कहा उनका पासपोर्ट रद्द किया जाना चाहिए। तो क्या आपको ये प्रस्ताव प्राप्त हुआ है और इस बारे में कोई एक्शन लिया गया है? दूसरी तरफ SIT की तरफ से क्या कोई अप्रोच हुआ है MEA को? क्या प्रज्वल रेवन्ना को जर्मनी में कहीं लोकेट किया गया है, कोई कॉन्टैक्ट?
Sir, first a clarification. You spoke about the Saksgam situation. Now, are you referring to that 4-kilometer track that the Chinese have made with possible intention of making it Pakka and linking it to a labor camp? This is just a clarification. Secondly, sir, as far as the invitation from the Swiss government to attend this peace conference on Ukraine on the 15th and 16th of June is concerned, the invitation has already reached the Indian government. Is the Indian government keen to take part, and at what level? Because this comes right after G7.
Okay, let me answer these questions. Yeshi, regarding 16 sailors, last time also we had given an update that all these 16 sailors, we've been able to make contact with them. They are in good health. We had a consular access. As far as the return to India is concerned, it is dependent on several factors, including their contractual obligations. So we are, this is where the situation is. There is no change as far as what the situation was last week and this week. But all of them are in good health, and we are in touch with them. And we are in touch with the Iranian authorities also for their release. On the issue of people going to Southeast Asia and Myanmar, specifically in Myanmar, there were 3 people who had contacted us. They wanted to be repatriated. They had gone there to work on certain IT projects. One of them has returned. We are in touch with the 2 other gentlemen, and the embassy there is working as to how they can get them released as early as possible. But at the same time, you would have seen that we have issued several advisories where we have cautioned people who look for opportunities, employment opportunities abroad, that they should be careful when they are accepting employment from people, from agents who are not verified. You have to take proper care and not just sign off on contracts. So we would yet again, through you and through all of you, remind people who take up these assignments that they should be careful in their approach. Lena, regarding BRICS, yes, Russia is the new chair of BRICS, and we look forward to participating in the various meetings. There was some BRICS program in St. Petersburg as well. We have several other programs that have been drawn out all throughout the year. You will come to know of more details as and when we participate in the several segments that have been planned. As far as the membership of BRICS is concerned, it is for the BRICS members to take a decision on it. There are certain set guidelines of BRICS. Those all the BRICS members have to sit together and decide how to take things forward. Regarding Pia, your question on Member of Parliament. So specifically on political clearance, we had no political clearance was either sought from or issued by MEA in respect of the travel of the said MP to Germany. Obviously no visa note was issued either. No visa is required for diplomatic passport holders to travel to Germany. The ministry has also not issued any visa note for any of the country for the said member of parliament. मैं इनका पहले जवाब दे दूं फिर उसको. You had the second question was regarding whether he travelled on a diplomatic passport. Yes, he travelled on a diplomatic passport. Okay, जब भी नीरज इसी बात को मैं हिंदी में दोहरा रहा हूं कि जो राजनीतिक क्लियरेंस लिया जाता है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स से इस ट्रैवल के लिए, इस विजिट के लिए ना कि हमसे मांगा गया और ना हमने कोई इशू किया है. वीज़ा नोट भी हम लोगों ने नहीं दिया क्योंकि उसकी ज़रूरत ही नहीं पड़ी. जो डिप्लोमेटिक पासपोर्ट होल्डर्स होते हैं उनको जर्मनी के लिए वीज़ा नहीं चाहिए होता है और हम लोगों ने इसके अलावे कोई और देश का उनको वीज़ा नोट भी नहीं दिया है. Enjoy regarding your question on Saksgam Valley. अच्छा, डिप्लोमेटिक, देखिए जहां तक डिप्लोमेटिक पासपोर्ट को रिवोक या रद्द करने की बात है, किसी भी व्यक्ति का वो पासपोर्ट एक्ट जो हमारा है 1967 का उसके तहत होता है और उसके तहत आप देखेंगे उसमें जो प्रोविजंस हैं उसमें डायरेक्शन आना चाहिए कोर्ट से, तब जाके वो रद्द होता है. तो अभी फिलहाल हमारे पास कोई इस प्रकार का डायरेक्शन किसी कोर्ट से नहीं आया है. Shinjoy, on your question regarding Saksgam Valley, we have stated our position because this is a vexed issue. We have stated our position very clearly as to how we see developments in that part. Saksgam Valley, it is our territory, and we have been protesting as and when required, and we have always taken a very strong stand on it.
Is it your protest? Is it about the growth, or is it about anything else?
It is, in general, developments that are happening there. So we have seen some few developments. So in that regard. Regarding the question about the peace conference, we are all aware that Switzerland is gearing to host a peace conference on Ukraine. As I mentioned this last time also, we are open to all ideas which can lead to early resolution or can lead to early attainment of peace. As far as no other decision has been taken on that account as of now, as far as participation is concerned. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll come to this meeting. Bishop.
Good evening, sir. Rishabh from Times Now. I have two questions. One from Canada. The Canadian Prime Minister has again made statements on allegations of assassination that he has been making since 19th of September last year. And the second from Myanmar, the first batch, as per the Chief Minister of Manipur, first batch of quote-unquote illegal immigrants from Myanmar has been sent back. What's the update on this? He has just tweeted this like 3 hours ago from now.
First batch of
illegal immigrants from Myanmar who had come to Manipur have been sent back, is what the Chief Minister has tweeted. So if we can have an update on that.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Shailesh from National Defense. So India-China military standoff is entering in a 4th year. Do we have a time frame for negotiation or talks? As we see 15 WMCC meetings have happened post Chinese intrusion or the military standoff and 21 commander level talks. So in case if there is no resolution, do we have any time frame, then what would be our action?
Please.
Thank you. This is Mitamra. Sorry. My question is also related to China. Local media in Maldives have Sorry?
Please.
Okay. Local media in Maldives has reported that Chinese survey marine ship has returned to the waters of Maldives. So what is reaction or stance on this issue of India?
Okay.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Sir, at this point, in the Indian Ocean, there are Chinese warships of Djibouti, of Durban, in Malé, as was rightly said, of Seychelles, and south of Sumatra, as of today. This seems to be a little excessive, or is this something the government of India would like to speak on? And these are major warships. There are destroyers here, there are frigates here, there are supply ships here, and of course these spy ships also.
Okay. You can take one more question.
So, Electoral from Sputnik India. Sir, I have a question regarding India-Nigeria Joint Trade Commission talks, which took place after a gap of 5 years. The statement said that there was a call for expediting the local currency trading arrangement. Now, does that cover the energy imports as well? Thank you.
Rishabh, regarding Canada, you would have seen a press release that we made when we summoned the Deputy High Commissioner regarding an event that was attended by the Prime Minister where Khalistan slogans were raised. The other media engagement that you are referring to took place on the sidelines of this event. In our view, Prime Minister Trudeau's remarks, he has made those remarks earlier as well, so it's nothing new. His remarks to us illustrates once again the kind of political space that has been given in the country, in Canada, to separatism, to extremism and violent people who practice violence. This not only impacts India-Canada relations, but also encourages a climate of violence and criminality in Canada to the detriment of its citizens. So we also, you would have seen a press release that we issued that would convey how seriously we've conveyed our concerns to them. On the question of deportation, is something that has happened right now, I guess. I don't have any information on that, so let me check and revert to you. Shailesh, regarding your question, India-China relations, we have made our point very clear on India-China ties, where they stand. Our External Affairs Minister has also spoken on this on several occasions. As far as the border issues are concerned, you know that we have ongoing diplomatic talks between India and China, both at the military level and also at the diplomatic level. We have given you an update regarding the last WMCC talks that were held. Readout was placed on the website. Please have a look at that. These issues are serious issues, and therefore they take time. We will have next round of engagements very soon to take things forward. Sanjay and our friend here, you had asked about Maldives. See, as far as these developments are concerned, especially in our neighborhood and beyond, all these developments which have an impact on our national security, on our economic security, we are watchful of them, and we take whatever measures, appropriate measures that are taken to safeguard. Sanjay, that would also answer your question. These are developments on which we keep a close eye and take measures as appropriate on our side. On Dhairya, regarding your question on India, Nigeria, you're talking about the joint commission that was held some time back? Sorry? Now, Nigeria, of course, is an important partner for us. It's a big country. We have expansive relations with them on the trade side, on the investment side, on security side. We also have a large diaspora there. We have a lot of trading interests, and there are several issues that form basket of this ongoing conversation that we have on the trade and investment side. So we are hopeful that with new initiatives that we want to put in place, we can give an acceleration to our economic and trading links with Nigeria. Do you have more questions? Kalon?
Hello, this is Carlo from The Hindu. So in your response on the USCIRF, you have said that it's a biased organization and that their efforts to interfere in the largest electoral exercise of the world will never succeed. So my question is, because I have not really heard, at least I don't remember the ministry saying that the largest democracy of the world is trying to, the oldest democracy in the world is trying to interfere in the electoral process in the largest democracy. I'm curious to know, what prompted this sort of a response, and do you really think that the American government, or even this is a federal entity that we're talking about, right? That they are eager to influence or interfere in our electoral process?
Okay.
मैं संतोष ठाकुर नवादा से। सर, रेवन्ना पे मेरा क्वेश्चन है। MP रेवन्ना जो जर्मनी चले गए, क्या सर ये डिप्लोमेटिक पासपोर्ट जिनके पास होता है उनके लिए मैंडेटरी होता है कि वो गवर्नमेंट से परमिशन लेके या उनके परमिशन से जाए, और अगर मैंडेटरी है तो क्या उसके खिलाफ कुछ एक्शन भी होता है, और इस मामले में क्या किसी तरह का कोई एक्शन आपने प्लान किया या इन पाइपलाइन? थैंक यू।
Mine is similar. It is basically a clarification, because you said he traveled on a diplomatic passport but he didn't seek political clearance. According to a Rajya Sabha parliamentary bulletin that was published on January 30th, 2023, it clearly states that members, even if traveling in private capacity, for private purposes, require political clearance when using a diplomatic passport. So ultimately, did this suspended JDS leader break protocol?
Okay.
Sir, this is Milan from India Today. Just want to know, Mr. S. Jaishankar yesterday has met with a lot of foreign political party representatives at the BJP headquarters. So if the External Affairs Minister has met them, could you share some details of this particular meeting?
Okay.
Sir, this is Nirita from the Sunday Garden. Turkmenistan has said that the Trans-Afghan pipeline project to Pakistan and India is making progress. Is India seized of this progress, and what is our stand?
Okay. Yeshi, you also have? Okay.
This is Yeshi Seli from the New Indian Express. What were the findings of the high-level committee that India had set up after US had expressed its security concerns following the indictment? Any update on that? And who's heading it, if you could share?
Kalol, to answer your question, on USCIRF 2024 report, we have said what we had to say. We have said we have made our reservations known on this particular organization earlier as well. So please, I would urge you to read our statement in fine print. You will get the answer. Also, I would urge you to look at the report, page to page, and see kind of observations that are made there. You will have your own judgment on those issues. संतोष जी, आपने सवाल किया कि क्या वो डिप्लोमेटिक पासपोर्ट यानी कि राजनयिक पासपोर्ट पे गए, तो यस, राजनयिक पासपोर्ट पे ही गए वो। वहाँ पर जो मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट होते हैं उनको, चूंकि वो मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट है, इसलिए उनका एंटाइटलमेंट है कि उनके पास वो डिप्लोमेटिक पासपोर्ट रहे। पिया, यू रेज द क्वेश्चन अबाउट हाँ, डिप्लोमेटिक पासपोर्ट पे जाते हैं। मैंने जैसे कहा कि पॉलिटिकल क्लियरेंस उससे हमने नहीं दिया है। ये जो मामला है इस पर इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है, इन्वेस्टिगेशन चलेगा, उसके बाद जो कार्रवाई करनी हुई करेंगे। पिया, योर क्वेश्चन, यू रेज द क्वेश्चन अबाउट एंड टॉक्ड अबाउट अ सर्कुलर फ्रॉम द पार्लियामेंट, so therefore you must answer, take this question to them, because they'll have to look into these are guidelines that you raise, the guidelines that you are talking about, they are Indian Parliament guidelines. So you'll have to seek an answer from them on this particular issue. But these are guidelines of the Parliament, Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha, Lok Sabha. Yes, he has not taken political clearance. That is what I have said. He traveled on a diplomatic passport. He has not taken political clearance. Milan, your question regarding participation of observers, see, that was a party event. So, a party event, we are not involved in that. We can't give you an update as to what happened, what sort of issues were discussed. This was purely a BJP party event, where External Affairs Minister, as member of the party, he spoke to them. Nivedita on TAPI, this is a project which has been going on in discussion for long now. There are several aspects to TAPI project. It is a very ambitious project, so we'll see. The discussions are still going on. Yashi, regarding your high-level committee question, we have told you before that this particular issue also came up when we issued a statement on the Washington Post issue, that a high-level committee has been set up based on the inputs that were provided to us, to the American government, and we take this matter very seriously. The high-level committee is doing its work.
This is Nirmala, I write for the Straits Times. Just a follow-up to the Australia question. How would you describe the state of ties with Australia?
Well, with Australia, we have a strategic partnership. It's an important country. We have strong and vibrant relations with that country. We have, they are partners in Quad. We have a large diaspora there. We have excellent trading relations, investment ties. So very expansive relationship with Australia. And we want to build it stronger, make it stronger, deeper, and build on it further. These news reports are specifically news reports. These are media reports. Media reports of certain kind. On those things we don't comment. And specifically if they are of that particular nature and they are speculative in nature. You would have seen similar comments by several other people. Thank you. You want to have a question?
So one from the delegation related to the No BJP program. During the election, have we received any interest from any independent or observatory body from abroad on Indian election? This is my first question. Secondly, so recently Peru has shown some interest in the line of FTA as well as some potato research center in West Bengal and a couple of other territories of India. At the same time, there are two ports. One is northern, which is given to the Chinese, called Chansei Port, of course to the Chinese private entity, and they're looking for Indian bidders in the Koryo port. So do you have any update on that?
You're talking of Peru?
Yes, sir.
So with Peru, there's FTA which is in the works, and then we don't have an update on this particular agreement. But I understand that we are in talks, and there is progress on FTA with Peru. Now your question regarding potato, as all of you know here, Peru is the potato capital of the world. You know, there are some 600 varieties of potato. Huma will know more on that. There's a potato research institute there. We also have potato research institute here, and we would like to have more collaboration for a food security. It helps everybody. Potato is a product which came from Latin America to all parts of the world. And on the question about ports, etc., I'll have to look into what exactly you're saying. I'll come back to you. Thank you very much. See you next week.